Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a 20-part video series showing you how to create Hosam Elzohry house. Let's get started. So to start, let's open a new architecture template. So let's go to new, select that. We need to change this to architecture template and then browse. As of now, I'm in Imperial. I'm going to make it as metric. So I'm gonna go drop down template and then I'm gonna use US metric and then default metric. So press open and then OK. And then as you can see, we have our elevation tags right here on this side. And then we need to add in grid lines. So under architecture, we have the grid line on the right side right here, or we could type in GR. So keyboard shortcut, GR, and then we're going to select from below to above, and then it will be grid line number 1. And you want to put it between the elevation tags. So we're gonna start right here, going above, and then we can press escape. And then you want to make sure to check your unit, so UN, and I'm sure that it's under millimeters, so I'm good. So millimeters and right that. So select it again, and we want to copy it. So you can go under modify and then select copy, or you could just type in CO. And then you want to make sure that multiple is checked, so that you could just add multiple grid lines like this. And you want to put your mouse on the right side because we're going to add multiples of this. And then you want to check if you have angles, so you want to make sure that it's horizontal. So we're going to type in 1880, press enter, and then 4160, enter, and then we have grid line number 4, which is 1830, and then lastly we have 1970. So press escape and then escape, and we could just select all of this and then put it in the middle so that everything is nicely in the middle with the elevation tags. And then after that, press escape, and then you can type in GR again, and then we need to go from right to left. Press escape multiple times, and then here, as you can see, we finish at 5, and then it starts with 6 again. You can select that, and then we could change it to a capital A, so that we have numbers and then we have letters on the horizontal and vertical plane. And then it's good for coordination, so that you'll say that, oh, I'm gonna place this one on A1 and then A2 and whatever your grid lines is. So it's for coordination. Also, it's usually where the where you put columns as well, and then so depending on the size and the structure, you'll be able to add the columns there, walls, and all those kind of stuff. So most of all for architecture, it's for coordination. And then press escape multiple times, select grid lines, type in CO to copy, or you could just select this one under modify again, and then check multiple. We already checked it before, so it stays like this now. So only if you start it again that the multiply is unchecked. So that's the default one. So here from A to B, so we're going to put 3000, and then right after that 1400. You want to make sure that your 90 degrees, it's not creating any angle. And then after that, we're going to have 2850. After that, 1740. And then after that, it will be 1325. 1180, and then next thing is 2700, 1180, 675, and then 3800. There we go. So we have A until K, and don't you worry, as you can see, this one is too far, so we could select that. And then as you can see also that there is a dashed line that indicates that if we move this, everything will move. As you can see, it moves all together. And then we're going to maybe add more rooms at the top, because I'm planning on adding dimensions that will help us. So here I could stretch this, and then as you can see, everything follows along. And then we could even make this one shorter, because we don't need that too much. So here, let's just move it in the center like that. Press escape and then escape again, and then we could select the dimension or type in DI, and here we could just zoom in and then select all the grid lines all together. As you can see, we could select on the side afterwards, and then one overall as well, and then there you go. So we have 1880, 4160, 1830, 1970, and altogether that's 9840. And then we're going to add dimensions as well on this side. And then we're just going to add all those dimensions, and we could just leave it like that so that everything is accordingly added. And then we're going to put overall. So we have 3000, 1400, 2850, 1740, 1325, 1180, 2700 again, 1180, 675, and 3800. And altogether that's 19850. So zoom out. So we have our dimensions added. We're going to go to our, we could close this ceiling plan. We're not going to use that yet. And then we could go to our south elevation, because we're going to add in our levels. So go click on south. As you can see, we have level 1 to 2 at 4,000 or 4 meters. So 4,000 millimeters, we're going to select that, and then we're going to make it as 3,000 only. So level 1 to level 2, and then we could push this upwards. We could add in levels. So we're going to go under architecture, and then here on the right side beside grid lines is level, or we could type in LL. So we're going to type in LL, and we could go and add from 3000. So everything is level 1, 3000 to level 2. And then level 2 to 3000 to level 3 is 3000 as well. And then as you can see, you want to make sure that everything is intersecting. Or else, if we go to level 3, so for example, level 3, everything is showing. If we drop this down and it's not intersecting with the level, as you can see, it doesn't show the grid line or the vertical grid lines that we have here. So you want to make sure that everything is over or intersecting so that it shows. And then after that, I'm planning to add in ground. So it's either you put in level 1 as ground, or you want to change everything. So for me, what I'm gonna do to make it simpler for me is I'm just gonna type in LL again, and I'm going to have around maybe 600 or 400. It's showing as level 4, but I'm going to change that to ground. I want to make everything same, so I'm going to type in as capital G and then ground floor. You want to say yes because it will change the naming here as well. So press yes, and then we have ground floor, and then level 1 to 3 is showing. Here, you want to add an elbow. So there's a zigzag showing there once you click a level, similar to this, but that is so that you could adjust the naming so that everything is not overlapping and it's clear to see. So as you can see, everything is done like that, and you want to make sure that everything is intersecting again so that all the grid line is showing. You can also change the name for level 3 to roof, but that's depending on you if you want to do that. So now, what if I want to add another level? Definitely you can do that. You can also select the level. So depending on how you want to add your level is how this one will interact with you. So for example, if you select this, type in CO, just copy, and then add another level to that. As you can see, level 5 appears. Of course, you can also change the naming to number 4 so that everything is in the proper sequencing. But as you notice, we have level 5 here, but there's no level 5 here. If that happens, the way that you added the level in regards to just copying is different. So for me, when I added the ground floor and then the level 3, I use LL, and it will instantly add the level here. But if you just created a copy, you will need another step so that it will appear here. So to do that step, you need to go to view and go to plan view, and then click on floor plan, and then here level 3, and then press OK. So now level 3 will appear in your project browser. So now we don't need this actually, so we could just delete that. So here we're just going to delete that, and then we could just pull this one lower like that, and you want to make sure everything is intersecting again. So the question is, what's the purpose of just doing a copy? Because for example, if you have a 50-story building, it's so hard to just keep on adding levels like this one by one just for this one to show. So the faster way is you can select this and then create a copy. If it's all 3000 levels, create a copy one by one, and then it doesn't show here, so you go to view and then click on plan view and then add all of those levels again so that it shows here. So that goes to show that there's a lot of different ways to do stuff in Revit, and then you just need to explore that so that you become more equipped and just to make your life easy. So we have now added levels with ground floor, and what we need to do is go to level 1 again. We're gonna touch the ground floor later on, but here now on level 1, we double check that our grid lines or our elevation tags are added, and then as you can see, if there is some grid lines that are overlapping, you can also create an elbow, and then you can push them either on this side or this side. So it really depends on you. So cleaning up makes your life easy, and everything is organized like this. So there's no overlapping. And also, now that we're here, we can start in and add our walls. So I'm gonna start off by adding exterior wall. So go to architecture. We have walls right here. We can type in WA, and it will provide different generic walls that you can have. I know in newer Revit, the generic wall is not there anymore. So you can always just select one of these exterior walls right here and then edit it again. So once you edit, make sure you duplicate it, because you always want to keep the original and then just duplicating it. And then now we could have exterior wall number 1 like that. And then here on structure, you could just delete all of this. So you still have the generic wall similar to I showed you earlier. The only thing that will not be deleted is the core boundaries, structure, and core boundaries. That's because that's the default walls that they have, and then you add layers afterwards. So for now, we're going to delete all of this, and then here as well, and then leave this one. It's up to you to change the materials and the thickness. So here I'm going to change the material to something generic as well. So gypsum wallboard, and then press OK. And then the thickness, I'll put it at 200. And then press OK. So now we have an exterior wall number 1 that is different with everything else. So press OK. And then now we're going to check. So if it's chain, it's already default. Wall center line, I'm just going to put it in the center. You can also do finish exterior or core. So it really depends on you, but I'll put it at wall center line. And also, if you check, we're base constrained to level 1, meaning we're in level 1 at the moment. And then we want it to be connected to our top. And then we want it to only be up to level 2. We don't want it to be all the way up or unconnected, because nothing is, it's not going to be concise. That's why we added levels, so that we want it, this level is only 3000 millimeters. We don't want it to be 8000 because that's too much. That's why we need to set all of those boundaries. So now, once we're done, we could add that wall now. So wall, and then we add walls right here. So I'm going to start at, of course, A1. So let's go to A1 up to A5. Go down. I want to add it up to C5, and then I want to go around here. Around this one, I'm going to put it around 7,000, or make it 6,500. And then I'm going to add up to B. So here up to B grid line, and then going to B1. This will be our backyard. So it's just a small backyard, but later on we're going to change this to a different wall, so border wall only. But for now, we're going to connect them. So this will be our outside area, and we're going to change that later on. So once we determine everything, here I'm going to connect B1 again all the way to H1, and then we're going to go across H. This one is H3, and then here we're going to go down to H or J3, and then going across to J4, and then here we could actually go all the way to J5, and then we're going to close it off to C5, like that. And then I want to add something right here. So we're going to add E1 to E2, and then just going down right here. So we will have our living area, our kitchen and dining area right here. And then we're going to have like a small family room right here. And then this is our dirty kitchen, or we could put this one as laundry room, so that it's easier for everyone. And then we're going to have access from here to there. So this will be our entrance, and then our stairs right here going up. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.